Well, since I don't have my pop screen, I really should use this cover since I don't have my pop screen.
Yeah, you know, yeah, there you go. Be a little bit more
There we
professional,
go.
Trent.
It's a little. See, look, there's a big difference in it. Look, checking.
I know
Pop
that,
screen,
but it
pop
condenses
screen,
you too much, guys.
pop screen. It does. It really
It
does.
sounds better, Trent or myself. Let everybody else let us know on
Well,
Twitter.
I have two options. I have unfiltered and I have filtered.
See, yours is way too loose, sir. Mine can't even. Mine's a little harder to
Filtered,
get in.
unfiltered.
So yeah, but yeah, this week's episode of Mandalorian, fantastic. It is. Mandalorian is some of the most beautifully written TV in such a long time. I would say it's easily my favorite series since Breaking Bad.
It's a prequel, right? It's like Yoga as a baby.
No, dude, this is like.
Wait, it's not Yoga as a Yoda. So Yoda as a baby.
No, you actually learned the child's name in this episode.
Oh, so it's not Yoda?
It's not Yoda, because in this episode, Yoda is actually referenced in this episode.
Didn't everybody this whole time think it was Yoda?
No, it's not Yoda. Anybody who thinks it's Yoda is. Have you watched Mandalorian?
No.
That's why you think it's Yoda. And anybody who's an outsider thinks, okay, it's Baby Yoda. We call it Baby Yoda.
They call it Baby Yoda
because we didn't have a name for it until today. It took a season and a half, and we finally got a name for the child. I'm not gonna spoil.
We're not gonna reveal it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it because
all right.
It's an on-demand show. So it's like people watch it on their own time. But Yoda was referenced. We see a Jedi, which is very rare because this is post. I believe this is post episode even 9. There's very few Jedi left. The whole Mandalorian council very broken apart. Like Boba Fett is a Mandalorian technically. He's a bounty hunter. Very few of his kind left. You actually see Boba Fett's gear this season. Mando actually attains it. So
is his name Mando?
Well, see, no. So check this out.
First name Mando, last name.
He's a Mandalorian. He doesn't go by name. He's not. As you can tell, he named this Baby Yoda the child. Like he refers to it as the child. He just goes by, oh, you're the Mandalorian, because there's so few of them. He just goes by being called the Mandalorian. Oh, you're the Mandalorian. Yeah, that's me. What you need? I need. He just goes for bounties. He tries to get this child to where it needs to be in the Jedi Temple or to a Jedi, because he understands that the child itself needs a Jedi to learn its teachings. It's so well written. It's like, if you love long-term story and you are into the Star Wars universe, Mandalorian is such a good show. It feels like one super long movie, and I appreciate it.
So is there Lando in this too? So it's a Mando and Lando, the adventures of Mando and Lando Calrissian.
Stop.
Come on. Speaking of stop, we gotta stop making episodes, but we're back now, and we're back to episode number 73 of the Backstage Boys podcast. This is Trent Law with my co-host
Basil,
and we are here, guys, to talk about a lot of random stuff. It's been a month since the last episode. Lots happened. Sorry, Chico. Sorry, Scott, who have been hounding me. Two particular have been hounding me.
We have been. Okay, so when I have Impact tapings literally 3 weeks apart, my life is absolute hell.
Because I got to be at one of those. We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be fun.
I snuck him in, guys. I got so much shoot heat for it.
A lot of heat. Still hasn't recovered from the heat.
Trent is still trying to recover that my mom understands the term shoot.
Yeah, Basil asked his mother if she's going to her shoot bed right now.
She says, I'm going to bed. I'm like, shoot, you're going to bed? And she goes, yeah. And then the fact that Trent heard that whole conversation and my mom said yes and understood the reference.
It's a shoot, brother. It'd be funny if you responded back with, yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother, that's a shoot.
But yeah, guys, it's been a lot going on. I mean, wrestling is currently shut back down for Independence, which sucks. Then things were kind of moving up again, getting going again. But things kind of went crazy again, and I don't know, wrestling got cut down. So we got time. There's nothing going on. I mean, Impact still tapes, but Basil is taped all the way through January now. So
Yeah, we're taped all the way up to Hard to Kill.
yeah, so that's done.
Thank God. I'm so
Yeah.
I'm so ready for this mental break.
Yeah,
And
but you
then
have none. No indies. I have none.
I canceled
Nothing going.
I canceled any indies that I had.
Hmm.
Um
Well, there are
before
none.
any
Who's
well
running?
before anything got officially canceled, I canceled all my indie bookings through 2020. Um I did that in the middle while I was in the middle of the Impact tapings too. I just made a tweet that morning when I woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I just need a break. Like I feel I was one of I can name 5 photographers who went as hard as I did this summer. There was very few who were reliable.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, myself, Mouse, on the Indies, Earl, Chris Grasso. I'm sure there's Sophia, there's a few others, and then Ryan Loco did a few, Nick Carp. Um, And then we have Speedy and Lee South up at AEW who are fucking working like madmen, those two. Like I know what they do and I know their schedule and I know how late they go and how many matches they shoot and how many promos Speedy does. Um, WWE guys, a few of my WWE friends who are on the production side are going back to work a little bit more. Thunderdome has opened up a lot more possibilities. They're doing a lot of documentaries now, as you guys can see. I don't care what company you work for. I just want my friends to work.
Yeah, the one guy, the one name out of what you mentioned who I had never heard of, but until recently, and then I like his work too. Earl Gardner.
Earl Gardner's a boss. He's so
He
cool.
he takes great photos, man.
He does a great job.
He had a good outing at the Collective, and I was like, man, a lot of good stuff came out of him.
Dude, he was a machine at the Collective. I showed up. I was gonna do a full promo setup, and I saw 4 other promo setups, and I go, fuck no.
Nah.
And I go, as soon as this last show, as soon as Bloodsport's done, I'm getting the fuck out of here, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, man.
That day was insane. There's so many. We can start at the Collective, I guess.
Yeah, I started that.
We can start.
Well, that was kind of a shit show, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't a shit show. It wasn't a shit show. Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Nobody, there was people at the Collective who tested positive. This is back in October. But the thing is, there was very few, and who knows what those people did outside of wrestling? Because if they tested positive, do you know how many more people should have tested positive coming out of that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the one thing people gotta understand about this thing. There's time variance. There's also health variance. There's immune system variance. There's a lot of factors that go into a positive. And also now we're seeing a lot of these false positives. I don't know what's happening at some point, but
yeah,
you can't lose yourself in like, oh my God, all these people came out of the Collective positive. It's like, no, they didn't. Maybe they didn't come out of the Collective. Maybe they went into it fucking positive, or it was incubating for 12 days. Who knows,
Yeah.
But you can't blame the event. People were blaming the goddamn event.
Yeah, I mean, the event itself was very well maintained. A lot of social distancing happened. There was a ring backstage for wrestlers to train in, so they're not using the ring that everyone's using for wrestling.
Oh, that's cool.
There was a lot of people practicing in there, but it was that ring was constantly sanitized. I believe like every half hour that backstage ring was sanitized.
Yeah.
Everybody was socially distanced. I took it a little step further. Whenever I needed to go to the bathroom, I drove back to my hotel 15 minutes away.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
Wow.
Swear to God. I was not fucking around. I had Impact.
Just bring some wipes with you or something.
I had Impact in 2 weeks. It was already a risk that I was there, but it was a shit ton of money to be made. And that's not coming in as easily. Like the amount of money I've lost this year, it just pisses me off because I just keep adding it up more and more, and I just fucking want to choke COVID out.
Plus the opportunities too.
Wear your mask, sanitize, wash your hands. The amount of people, and I've done a fair amount of traveling still too. Like I've done everything. It's very hypocritical. A lot of people might think very hypocritical with how much I've done, but I've not tested positive. I've been very safe. I've been around people who've tested positive
Yeah.
and luckily have not. You want to know why? Because I'm that one dork that wears a mask 24/7.
I can vouch for this because at the Impact tapings, Bound for Glory tapings, you never took it off. Even to get a breathe, like I didn't see you take it off even off the
I,
side. Like I would go off to the side and take mine off just to
oh,
get a
I
little
did. I
breather.
just did it very briefly. Like I was really pissed off. Because so at Impact tapings, I set up like a whole little station for myself. Like I find one of the folding tables,
Yeah.
and then set up my station, and I'll eat. I eat there. I have my snacks. I rest. I watch TV. If I have a break or if I have a break, I'll just like pop something on Netflix for a few minutes or something like that. But
Yeah.
I stay there. And then a lot of people started crowding me, and I didn't realize it. And then Julian starts recording, and
Over
my mat, and like I was
the
taking a
vlog.
sip. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, fuck, I gotta have my mask on because there was a lot of people around me. Plus, when you have a mask on and you're on any sort of platform, having a mask on is just so beneficial because I feel like if people see, I don't know why, but some people do like me or look up to me, whatever the case is. I'm not trying to be a role model for anybody besides myself. Um, but if people see that I'm wearing a mask or I'm being conscious about being a mask because other people are surrounding me, I feel like they would do the same and it can help. Even if it helps just one person, that's more than enough for me.
If anything, it guilts people into it. Like, oh shit, I should put my mask on.
Yeah.
Like usually
Well,
what it
because
is with the
I think
mask.
I literally like in the vlog that I'm in, I literally had like an open bottle of water. I took a sip, and then I'm editing, and then Julian comes up to me, and I just put my mask right back on.
Nice.
When we were downstairs last week, at the hotel, the glorious Hyatt. No, I'm
Bro,
not
that
gonna say.
hotel, that hotel is
I'm
dope.
not gonna say which one. I'm not gonna say which one. I don't want to fuck it up.
The Impact
Um,
Hotel is dope,
it's
dude.
the yeah Impact Hotel. Um, I was downstairs chilling with a bunch of wrestlers, but I had my mask on the entire time except when I was eating. We were all
Yeah.
downstairs eating together. Um, I ordered my Uber Eats, saw a bunch of people downstairs, sat at a table, like in it was up in that like not the bar area, but there's like that couch area.
Like the loungy area by the
Yeah.
lobby.
And
Yeah.
then there was like another table separate from the other table. They were all in a circle. I sat by myself, ate, then joined the group and put my mask on. It's not hard.
No. I love that hotel, by the way.
It's amazing.
We could talk
Um,
about that.
yeah, we can
Possibly.
talk. Well, there's so much to talk about with that, but I think that's all we need to go for in the COVID safety part. I think just be safe,
Well,
sanitize, wash
let,
your hands.
let me talk about this real quick. So
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that note,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The we had the AAW Alive shows, and we had the first one was on 10/1, right? It was we had 4 shows scheduled: 10/1, 10/29.
I wasn't at the first one.
That was not the
I
first
was
one.
only at the second one, and we'll discuss why.
Yeah, and then we had 11/12, and it was supposed to be 12/10. The first one, I mean, all eyes are on any product running right now, right? So the idea is like mask enforcement, um, temp check at the door. We were, not that there were many people in, but we were asking everybody, hey, like, do your part, right? Like, can you please just do your part on this? Well, what ended up happening was people would get in their little pods because we had seatings and pods and spaced out. A couple people who were on hard cam ended up taking their masks down, and it got caught on camera. And not that too many people made an issue about it, but people did, right? And it's like, come on, like,
I'll be honest, I saw it and I was like, fuck.
yeah, it's like I'm like, come on, like, can you guys work with us here? Like, I mean, this is a struggle as it is for all promotions to do something, and you're sitting there like, I'll take my mask off while I'm at my seat. It's like, I get it. Believe me, I know the idea is like I'm in my own group, I'm spaced out. What the hell's the difference? But it's like we need you to do it because it's setting an example.
Yep.
Uh, we fixed it by 10/29, which is good, but
That was the show I was at, and I did feel safe at that one.
yeah, it was very, very like we had rookies walking around enforcing it. We specifically picked tall rookies to say, hey, no one's gonna fuck with you. You need to walk around and enforce this on people. So that worked out. But yeah, it's a bummer because 12/10 is now canceled. Just for a heads up for anybody who didn't see it. The city shut back down for events, so we can't even get partial clearance. So I'm hoping January got rescheduled because Basil, for some reason, the world does not want Fred Yehi, Mance Warner to happen because as you saw at the beginning of COVID, that was the show we were going into for
every time that match was promoted, the end of the world happens.
God does not want Fred Yehi and Mance Warner to happen.
Jesus Christ.
It's shut down. Literally, it was gonna be epic. Was gonna be fucking Mance and Fred. It's like, God damn it, man. So anyway, but that's what it is. Like, yeah, basically. So the idea is from people who work shows. The idea is you can have your views. I got my views. Basil has his views on this whole thing. The idea is like, for the sake of the promotion and for everyone, it's like just kind of play the game for the couple hours and, be safe, follow suit. You do whatever you want in your own time, but for the sake of the show, do what needs to be done. That's all we're saying.
Yep.
So it's not hard. It really isn't. And buy a cool mask. I have a very comfortable. I use the pull-up mask, like the face shield mask. I love those. It's super comfortable.
And also, if you've been outside and you know how cold like Chicago gets, it's the greatest thing to have a mask on. It's like a scarf.
The benefit is that. Yeah.
It's a huge benefit.
I hate benefit. I hate the mask. I hate that we have to wear them. But I will say this, I take long walks every day, several mile walks. And I got to say, in times where it's cold at night and you want to pull up, warm up a little bit, it is a really nice convenience to have. So I'm not going to say it's bad. Totally.
I wear a mask literally 10 hours at a time at Impact. I run around. Like Trent for a segment or two came into the ringside area. He wasn't focused too much on the ringside area and stuff like that. And I literally am running around with a mask, no issues on. I don't ever. How many times have you heard me complain about my mask?
Yeah, none. Look, look at this. Ace Austin can wear a mask while wrestling on the indies. That's all you got. That's all you need to know. Shit, man, that kid can do it while wrestling. I admire that. But yeah, big, no big deal. Just do your thing, guys. Do it for the sake of us, so we can put shows on. That's what we're saying.
If you want wrestling back, wear a mask and don't bitch about it
at the show. I don't care what you do on your own time. Believe me. Again, we all got our own thoughts on this, but I mean, the show, don't be that guy who gets caught on camera without it, because then the promotion looks like an asshole. That's what I'm getting at.
Masks aren't political. Human health does not give a fuck about your politics.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Again, you're just doing it. You're setting an example for everybody, is what it is. Especially at an event. That's the whole thing. At an event, we're all just trying to be like, hey, let's get through this together so we can have more of these. That's the idea. So. But that's a good segue. Let's segue that into Impact taping. So
really quick, let's talk about AAW. Let's talk about that.
Cat out of the bag. Let's put that out there. All right, let's do it.
I no longer work for AAW.
Yeah, we're gonna be upfront about this. Basil
I'm gonna be upfront. I don't talk about it. It's my show. I don't talk about it. It's our show, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and obviously it shows there's no issue here. I mean, I'm with AEW and there's no issue. Basil's, it was a fair.
Trent was the first person I told after I talked with Danny.
Yeah, it's a bummer because we've done great work together.
Done some of the best work.
Yeah, I mean, we've captured many awesome moments together, and it's been a great ride. But there was, I mean, if you want to, I'll let you describe, how you want to put this on why the decision was made.
It's, as much as I hate to say it, it comes down to money. It comes down to money. It comes down to
some professional differences too, though, on like how right?
How I present my work, how AEW wants their brand represented.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having a difference, and I told Danny this, and I'll tell anybody this who has had, because a lot of people have tried to bash AAW, or whatever. It's it's Danny's company. He can choose how he sees fit, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have to agree with it. I'm not forced to work. Nobody's forced to watch anything. Nobody's forced to work anywhere. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill me if I'm not there. Never said that the gate isn't open ever for me to work at AAW. It's just differences that
Exactly.
And the thing is, when you get to a certain level, you kind of have to just move on. There's nothing wrong with it. And what was asked of me is, in my opinion, something that is okay to ask of someone who's new in the business. I felt it wasn't fair to me, and I explained that, and we just moved on. That's all it is. There's nothing crazy. There's nothing bad or insane about it. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's professional. It's whatever. Like you said, I guarantee this won't be the last time you stand in front of an AAW banner. You know what I mean? Like, things can come back around. This business is full of revisitation, professionally especially. So there's nothing was written in stone. At this time, it didn't work for everybody, and that's what it is. And yeah, I mean, we have another guy who you know. I think you know Nick, right? We're working with Nick.
Yeah, I know Nick.
Camera guy gimmick, I think is his
camera, something like that.
Camera guy gimmick. You know, and you've been alongside him, so he's going to be working there for now and taking pretty much filling those shoes, man. So it's a new world, it's a new time. Your work, of course, what I love about photography is that your work lives on forever, you know, and all these promotions you shoot for, especially AAW, there's so many moments that are still going to get posted that are going to be used for things. It's like your work lives on, your time lives on, and it's like we did a lot of cool stuff and things just shift. That's all. It's no argument there. But yeah, man, definitely a change of the guards. Things happen, and you know, it was a good run to this point for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm very happy with my work at AAW.
Busy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you've done amazing stuff there. I mean, I would say, I mean, I don't think I'm going out on a limb here, but I think you forged some of your strongest relationships in the business at AAW.
Of course, AAW is the reason. I will say this: AAW is the reason I made it to Impact. AAW is the reason I made it to AAW. I will never deny that at all.
The one thing the company has is that it's it has always been a foundational launch pad for many, many careers, man. That's one thing I can never take away from AAW ever. I don't think anybody can. Even people who never want to work with Danny again can never deny it is a foundational launch pad for many, many careers in this business, no matter what.
And there's certain people who don't like Danny, and I understand why. I don't think necessarily it's warranted, per se. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna bash anybody.
Yeah. No
need. It is. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, Nate bashes him all the time.
Nate
bashes him. No.
The only thing Nate bashes about Danny is that he doesn't reply in time when he needs
Danny
him to.
replies to me all the time.
Danny's become a lot better.
Danny still replies to me. I wished him a happy Thanksgiving yesterday.
It's gonna kill Nate to know that Danny's reply ability has become amazing lately.
Since he's left.
Since he's left. That's gonna kill Nate though. Well, I couldn't be good when I was there. Nope.
What the hell, man? What the hell?
Can I just say I miss Nate? I really do.
I miss Nate so much.
It doesn't feel like he's gone, man. He's not dead, by the way, everybody. If you think
he's not dead, he's just in Maine, which is the same shit.
Yeah, man.
The same
You're
shit.
Not dead. He's just in Maine, which is basically the same. Damn, sorry, Nate. What the hell goes on in Maine, man? Like, what happens in Maine? There's no sports. You just catch fucking lobsters and that's all day. What the hell do you do
Hey
in Maine?
man, hey man, he I don't fucking know. I
Well,
can't even come up with a good joke for it.
he's reffing for Limitless, which runs in Maine. The one promotion in Maine. So
Which is
Nate's
good.
work is out there. I will
Good
say
for
Nate's
him.
not working. Yeah. And then I think AC Romero's moving back to Maine, I believe.
AC, he actually just moved back.
He did move back. Maine, AC and Nate knew each other back in the day too, which is funny.
They did know each other back in the day.
They got history, so maybe they can rekindle that feud. But Nate is working for Limitless. If anybody's interested, to check them out. Their stuff's on YouTube as well. Check them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the AAW story. Let's talk about Impact. I was so honored to have gotten an invite to come down for the Bound for Glory tapings, which Basil has been going to the Impact tapings at Skyway Studios in Nashville, the empty
Have
arena stuff.
I?
Yeah, since the beginning.
Oh.
But I was asked to come down. I did, and we rode down. It was a fun time. It rained the whole goddamn way.
Oh my
Dressed for
God.
driving.
I don't even want to talk
What a pain in the
about
ass to drive.
how much that drive on the way down was the worst drive I have ever experienced going to Nashville. At this point, this was maybe 4, 5. I think I've been to Nashville like six or 7 times now. I don't remember. I don't care anymore.
During the COVID era.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
man. I fucking wanted to blow my brains out.
Oh, God.
Dude, we literally had to sit in. So we got to the hotel. We got to the hotel way later than expected. Like, way later than expected. And I think we sat there like we wanted to watch Borat because a friend of ours recommended to watch Borat, the second one. And so we're like, okay, let's watch that when we get back to the hotel. And we sat on the couch for an hour and did nothing because our bodies were shaking.
Just decompressing.
So much.
What a pain in the ass drive. Such a nuisance of a drive. And the way back. It rained the way back too.
It rained on the way back, and I just wanted to fucking murder.
What a pain.
It was the worst. That was the worst experience. And then it was funny because on the way down it was completely fine. Like I was so livid.
Oh, this time when you went
This
out?
time on the way, and then
Yeah.
it rained for like 20 minutes on the way back up. It wasn't even that, and it was like drizzling, and I was just like, whatever, I don't even care at this point.
Yeah, but I will say, it was really, really cool to go. I gotta say, as a producer, I got to help along certain shoots. I got to help co-produce a few shoots. Just getting to work with people I admire. I know quite a few of them from up here, from AAW and stuff, but the production people who I really look up to, management, just being in a production meeting with Don Callis and Scott D'Amore and Jimmy Jacobs and R.D. Evans was like fascinating, fascinating to me. The agents, watching the agents have to do their thing. Everybody from Gail Kim to Don Callis to D'Lo Brown, Sean Daivari.
It's funny because the way because there were so many people at that one that you were at that I wasn't in my normal. I'm usually there's 2 sections that you see. You see producers and then you see like executives and head of like, and I'm usually over there because production's over there. Like producers are in one spot and then executives in production are another, and I'm usually in that production. So it's weird. I was like, I can't discuss anything with these guys over here because it's easy for me to discuss stuff with production. When I'm up there.
So cool though, just to see them all work and learn alongside them. I mean, God, just seeing how certain shoots are done and how much content is made. It is mind-boggling. I mean, this is a television company. It's international markets and stuff, and just knowing how much you have to produce is just like, man, people can't wrap their head around it. I honestly, I swear to God, people cannot wrap their head around how many things are constantly happening. A photographer's taking pictures here all day long. It's photos, photos, photos. Editing, ringside. There's matches happening. There's agents discussing stuff. There's bumpers being taped. There's pre-tapes, post-tapes, things for a month. I mean, it is like 5 producers running around, lights, camera, action. It's fantastic. It is like such an amazing experience to watch, and just like getting to I got to know David Penzer through my Total Nonstop Impact podcast, and getting to meet him in person and work alongside him to produce Explosion. It's a guy I watched on TV in WCW for years, and learning from him, sitting with David Penzer, sitting in a room listening to Don Callis, how he wants the pay-per-view present. Just this stuff is fascinating. And I can only imagine how much you've seen in 6 trips, 7 trips. I got all that in one fucking trip. That's like, holy shit,
Yeah,
man.
I've seen a good amount.
It's just so much that to learn. That trip was one of those trips for me, and I'm sure you see this every time now, but especially the first time you went, I'm sure. These fucking marks who think they know everything how wrestling works is literally like, you don't fucking know anything. You idiots don't know fuck all, man, about this.
And this is not even like a told you so moment, but you kind of had that. You kind of had that moment too. Not like in like a bad way, but it was more of like an appreciation, like, holy shit, there's a lot.
I always knew a TV company obviously did more. Impact obviously is a bigger company and they do more, but I could never imagine how much, because until you see it, you don't know. I always know, like, I know from my level, independent level, and I figured, yes, obviously Impact, WWE, is going to be way bigger than this. But man, until you're in the thick of it and actually working on it and helping out, you have no clue what it takes. So that's why I see like, you see Mark spouting off bullshit online, and they all talk a big game. It's like, you guys don't know anything, man. There's so much that it takes to make a show that you can never, unless you have the fucking balls to take it on, you can never do it. It's just such a phenomenal production. I mean, again, wrestling's another one of those things that just gets zero fucking credit for how much it takes on.
Yeah.
But fantastic, absolutely fantastic to watch.
There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm glad that you were able to see it.
Yeah.
And
I loved it, man.
Kind of just kind of have an appreciation for everything that goes into it a little bit more, I think. So.
Yeah, dude, it was just really cool to see, and to for me to watch certain people work who I know, but just to see them work at this level was interesting. Like, I know Jimmy Jacobs as a wrestler. I've produced Jimmy Jacobs, but watching Jimmy Jacobs as a producer, high level, was just fascinating. I was like, man, what a smart guy. Like, it's just cool to see these guys do their thing. But I thought it was really cool. And just, like I said, getting to work along, I mean, putting input into things, it's like, man, I got to help produce and steer a couple of vignettes and things. I'm like, shit, that's a dream come true. So I loved it. It was an amazing experience. I hope to be back for sure someday, probably in 21. I couldn't go to these last ones, but in 21, definitely am in contact with the guys on a couple of things. So I'm hoping that in 2021 I should be rolling back down and doing that again, because it is 100% worth it. So yeah, very, very cool, man. But I got technically, because I was there on essentially a guest / tryout ish basis, I got to be the only like non-payroll guy to get to see Bound for Glory in person this year. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that makes how many Bound for Glory for me? 1, 2, I think 4.
Did you watch the whole show live?
Were
you because I couldn't tell. Were you by the gorilla, or were you actually peeping through the curtain?
I did both. I was sitting at Gorilla to learn how the Gorilla works, because I love live, especially. It was like fascinating to watch it. So I watched a lot of it at Gorilla. For certain matches, I poke out to the curtain because there was no pre-tape. There was nothing being done. There was nothing being done afterwards.
Because it's after once you get to a certain part.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
just
I
don't
did.
need...
There was a few post tapes which I sat in for and I helped out with, but for Bound for Glory, I kind of watched them prep the bumpers and stuff at the beginning of the show, and then I got to see most of it from Gorilla and just kind of help here and there. But TV is where I got to do anything else. But yeah, it was just so it was cool to see Bound for Glory up front.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I'm in the city, of course, that's me.
I don't know, just making sure.
But
Making sure.
yeah, so at least that was really neat. Absolutely my hat's off to that team, man. What a hardworking team. I really, really admire what they do. And just the star power in that, the knowledge in that locker room is nuts. It is absolutely nuts. So very cool, man. Thank you for bringing me. Thank you for driving me down, letting me split your room. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
The room is nice.
So Trent hasn't seen this before, like how much I go into my zone per se.
There you go. How many orders of hash brown potatoes Kevin Martin ordered?
Jesus Christ. So it's the last day at these recent set of tapings, and so we meet up to have breakfast.
Kevin Martin, for anybody who doesn't know, is one of the editors at Impact Video.
And he's like, I'm gonna go light today. I'm like, oh, cool. He goes, triple order, smothered covered. I was like, you
smothered covered triple order.
I was like, bro, what the fuck?
What a legend.
Kevin, I was like, buddy, I love Kevin. He's become a great friend of mine.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, just very happy to have him.
I go, Kevin Martin. I go, explain something to me here, Kevin. I said, you're clearly of Asian descent, Kevin Martin. Okay. I said, you're clearly of an Asian descent. And I said, how the hell is your name Kevin fucking Martin? And you have a redneck ass accent, man. And he's like, well, I'm technically half. He goes, my dad's white. My mom's Chinese. I'm like, I knew there was some answer to this.
My mom is Chinese.
I'm like, I knew there was a fucking answer to this. We had a great laugh about it. That's awesome. See, we can make those jokes, Basil. We are of color.
We're colored. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
I wonder how guilty white folks feel making like even just like the joke to their own friend. There's always that like level of guilt. Like, oh, fuck, am I allowed to like question your ethnicity all right now? It's great. Just call him a racist and get it over with. Just call him. Fuck, dude, that's fucking racist.
Jesus Christ. Jesus H. Christ.
But no, very fun time, man. I really had a blast, and that was Bound for Glory TV tapings afterwards, and we got back. We got back Monday. We got back Monday, right? No, Tuesday. I went right
because
to
we taped.
Yeah.
That was a 3-day weekend? Yeah, because that was Bound for Glory. That was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Drove back Tuesday. I went right back to work Wednesday. And just edited an insane amount.
Dude, yeah. We came back. I did the show that night. Had to play dumb for 4 weeks of Impact TV because I'm like,
yeah, we literally got back. I had the goal was for me. I was like, I need to get back in time.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do the show that night for TNI, and I literally I knew everything that happened, so I had to play stupid. But I still did the show objectively because everybody was on me down there. They're like, how you gonna do the podcast now? Like RD Evans, right? He's like, look, I love your show. He's like, you guys are the only Impact podcast to listen to. And he's like, I gotta ask you though, how you gotta do the show? And I'm like, objectively, I swear. Like, it's just how you present on the TV. He's like, all right, cool. David Pencer's like, yeah, you have a hell of a time doing the show now, huh? I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it objectively. He's like, all right. There was this.
There was a lot of eyes on you on that one.
There's so many eyes. Like, this motherfucker's gonna give everything away. Like, here comes the internet. Fuck, gonna spill everything. Luckily, nothing got spilled out of that locker room that day. It was great. It was totally good.
No, you did good, kid. You did good.
Thank you. No,
I was legit like, fuck, if he slips up, because so we don't tape anything in order.
No.
Like, we'll tape stuff that's 3 weeks from now to start the show, and then the opening match will be the last match we tape of the night. And then for me to have to organize that sucks so much.
Yeah. Like the only way to do it, like you can't, because you just need to, it's based on availability. Like I saw how like sometimes the struggle is just getting people to where they have to be. Like, yo, I need this, and this guy here. I need so and so there. It's like you need a fucking traffic director in the middle of Skyway to be like, boom, 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 here. Like people just getting to be where they have to be is a challenge, you know? So you tape as you can. Like, I got somebody, fuck, I'm taping. Like, get them, get the pre-tape, get the photo, whatever. And then they got matches going on. It's just awesome. Just awesome to watch. But no, it's very, very interesting, man. I really, really, anybody who is looking to get into wrestling, this is the Backstage Boys perspective. If you're looking to get into this business, honestly, go to your local indie and offer to help. That's the way you start. You literally go in and you offer to do what you can. Because you have to start doing, I'm talking like putting chairs up, emptying garbage kind of shit, you know, but you will have an appreciation for what it takes. But that's the way to start. You have to open the door because every company can use help. I even saw at Impact level. I was a invited guest, but my help was welcome. You know, I mean, I got an emails afterwards like, man, it was great to have you help out because like you need bodies, you need people just to help coordinate this chaos.
Yeah.
And that's all you do. You offer a service, you know, and that's how it works. So but yeah, definitely a blast. We had the live show you came back to was that Thursday. We came back and then we did a live that week too. We saw like a handful of other people we just saw at Impact like later on that week. And that was fun too. So a couple debuts, some new stuff. Yeah, that brings us to like November. What are we doing now? Nothing. Everything shut down.
Everything shut down. Everything got shut down while we were in. Everything got shut down while we were. What was it? While we were in Nashville, everything was getting shut down. Like everything was getting worse and worse.
Like yeah, we almost didn't have a live too because it was risked to be shut down. We were like, well, fuck, everybody's already coming in. We're just gonna do empty arena. We got clearance that day, but basically it was being shut down then. Like that was it. It was already being shut, which is why I don't know how we fucking did November. We got away with doing November, and then yeah, they fully shut everything down. I think AAW was like the last indie to run around here because everybody else already canceled by that point, right?
Yeah, we Black Label was supposed to run
that weekend.
So there was Black Label and there was Zello that was supposed to run that weekend. Mm-hmm. Like I was supposed to go up to Milwaukee that day.
That's that weekend, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Milwaukee. I knew Milwaukee got canceled about a week and a half before like the public knew. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll just stop by BLP for a little bit because it'll be on my way. And then that was canceled like 3 or 4 days before, I think, while we were in Nashville. So it just kind of sucks, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So we're all waiting, guys. Like basically for anybody who is just waiting for wrestling to come back. Honestly, your best bet is to support the companies by ordering their on-demands.
Just watch wrestling.
Just watch it. Like order AAW on demand, IWTV, whatever you can watch. That's the key. Impact Plus, whatever the hell you want to watch. Like just support the brands, high spots, because that honestly is all anybody's got right now. Is their streaming because you can't run a show. It's tough as it is to survive during this. So what little you can do, go ahead and do it. And that's all you can do. So it's going to be a process, man. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, they're talking vaccines. I don't even know, how soon, even if a vaccine's announced today, how soon does that kind of start affecting live events? I'm sure immediately you'll get to limited capacity. They'll open it to limited capacity right away. If a vaccine is like on sale or just even getting out to like essentials, I guarantee they're gonna be like, all right, cool, you can do limited capacities right now. But as far as full blown, no mask, nuts to butts crowds. Like you're about a year away, I would think. Maybe even half a year, if depending on how things
I just
distribute.
want wrestling back so bad.
Yeah, it
I
makes you
miss
it
it.
makes you appreciate the fun it is, and
I'm very fortunate that I got to do as many shows as I did between Impact, Warrior, AAW, Zello,
yeah,
Freelance, all the collective stuff, Black Label. Those were all the promotions I got to work with this year. It was
yeah.
just
Luckily, you
very,
still had a feel for it. You still got like a little semblance of it, which is
yeah.
nice.
I had a lot more than what other people had, and I'm very fortunate and very grateful that I did get to have that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. A lot of people didn't for sure.
no, and yeah, it's just it is what it is. But we got through these last set of tapings. A lot of new. That's all I'm gonna say. What you guys seen
Hmm.
isn't all the new. What's been
A lot of
announced,
new.
there's a lot more new that's gonna be shown, especially going into January. You just it'll be exciting. That's all I can say. There's a lot of new, a lot of fun, a lot of changes. It felt good for me personally. I was like, finally, I get to shoot so and so differently, or this differently, or this new person, and seeing all the girls compete in the KO Knockouts tournament, or the Knockouts Tag Team Championship
Yeah,
tournament. So
just a lot. I got to give it to any company who's making progressive moves in a time like this. Impact being a big one that's doing just progressive stuff, and it's like, man, it is not easy to stay fresh during this kind of stuff. And it's like, man, if you guys are staying fresh and trying things and moving forward, employing people, it's like, fuck, hats off to you, man. That's one that's definitely doing something. And I think they all are. All the TV ones are. I can't take away from any of them, honestly. ROH, WWE, AEW, they're all doing something. So
yeah, like
kudos to all keeping people working, signing them, all sorts of shit going on. So it's a hats off to them for doing what they can. Now the thing is, it's gonna make you wonder, where does it all end up once things open? Are you still have the same pace of? Are they gonna be able to keep the pace of progress? Will they be signing as they were signing? You know what I mean? Like, these guys got to definitely keep these paces up, because now they're set the bar pretty high. Like,
yeah.
you've set the bar now to be like, hey, this is how we roll. It's like, oh
Well,
shit,
I
yeah.
mean, the good thing that everybody gets to do just have um just have a little bit of just a little bit more creative freedom. I feel like everyone's been able to do.
Yeah.
So I feel like on all senses, it's been it's been good.
In the long run, there's some interesting benefits to all of it that you're gonna see. And I think the biggest one is it has challenged creativity like no other time. People have been forced to find new ways to make money, to develop character, to write, and you're gonna see better performers come out of this. You know,
Mhm.
and I think that's a big thing to keep in mind. Like, you're gonna start seeing better performers coming out of this, and that's a huge thing to keep an eye for. So yeah, definitely, if you are into characters and development and all that stuff, like, keep an eye on. Like, the biggest test is gonna be like a year from now. Where do we end up?
I just hope it's better. I
Yeah,
really hope it's
I
better.
hope so. I mean, the thing, like I said, they've set a bar. Now, whether they keep it at that level is up to the performers and the promotions. So it's gonna come down to them doing what they got to do. So we'll
Yeah.
see, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see where it all ends up. But as of right now, we just keep moving forward, man, as much as we can. But you know what? Honestly, this second shutdown, I'm not gonna say it's like I'm not happy about it, because I was looking forward to a live 4, for example, because we were really cooking, man, for these series. And but
Because you only had one more really to finish out the series.
yeah, we were gonna. I mean, and the thing was, this was the first batch, right? It's almost like season 1 was for these 4, mini series episodes, and we were gonna keep going with Alive until things went back, but it's like, damn, we had one more to close this story out. And it's like, fuck, we got shut down. So I'm hoping to just delay it about a month or so. But again, it's like, I guess shutting down around the holidays isn't the worst thing in the world. It gives people time to relax, work on themselves, their families, their homes. I saw, despite the travel bans and stuff, people seem genuinely happy, very happy at Thanksgiving this year. I saw so much positivity from friends and people posting. It's like, it was a great fucking mood.
Dude, I love chill Thanksgiving.
Oh,
This was
so good.
So my Thanksgiving is usually in a group of like 30, 35 people in a very cramped Chicago house. This, we went to my sister's place,
Yep.
in the burbs. There were 6 of us. There was myself, my sister,
Mm-hmm.
my mom, my brother-in-law, and then my brother-in-law's sister and her husband. And I absolutely loved it because there was so much food to eat because we
Yeah,
made a
that too.
full-size turkey.
Nice.
Um,
All for
and
you.
it was fantastic, dude. Me and my brother-in-law's brother-in-law are like basically twins, except he's old and white. He's not old, he's older and white, and I'm younger and Arab. But him and I's personalities are exactly the same.
That's cool.
And so we were just like super hyped that that we had all this food. He out ate me for sure, but like I think I had like 4 plates of food. He had like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And then we had all the leftovers still. Everybody got at least 2 plates of leftovers. So me and my mom, we took one. Everybody took one. Like everybody
Nice.
went home with 2 plates of food plus dessert. And I had that today and it was fantastic.
I got a question for you. Why does anybody ever cook Thanksgiving dinner like, maybe like in fucking like May? Like it's so good. Everybody loves it.
Because it's all warm. It's all warm food.
Like if it's so fucking good, why don't we make it more often?
Because you have to enjoy it. You have to appreciate it.
Fuck it, man. I'm making it. Who wants to have a Thanksgiving in May? You wanna
No,
do it?
I don't. No.
Come on, man. I'll cook.
You're
cook.
gonna cook?
I'll make it. I want a May Thanksgiving, and I want to fucking just confuse the shit out of everybody. It's the halfway point or whatever it's gonna be around then. Whatever the halfway point is, like halfway to Thanksgiving. Half giving.
Halfway to Thanksgiving.
So here's gonna be the theme, right? Half giving. Half giving is where like we're like nice to each other for the first half of it, then you eat, and all you do is fucking shit talk each other for the second half of it, where you just like say anything you've been wanting to say to people. It's almost like the airing of the grievances, and you just fucking let loose. Like, I mean to tell you since last year, I fucking hate that goddamn shirt you wear all the time. Like some shit like that, petty bullshit, where you get super petty for the second half of it. So it's the good news first and the bad news second. Who's in with me?
Who's in with you?
If you guys are listening to this, who wants to come to half giving, where you give half and the rest of it you fucking shit talk? I like it. I'm doing it. What would be the halfway point of Thanksgiving? So I'd be like around
half-ass giving.
No, it'd be like late May. Exactly. It'd be like late May. I like it. All right, late May. I'm doing this, man.
Late May.
Half giving. The other part of half giving is like I'm only gonna provide half the food. Like people have to bring the rest.
That's hilarious.
It's full on pettiness is what it's gonna be. Only for half.
Yeah.
But all right, we're getting off the rails. All right, let's. That's a good way to wrap. So let's talk, Basil. Let's end it with our announcement. What we're gonna be doing for BSB going forward now. Because we've had an inconsistent schedule because Basil, for some reason, thought I was recording every Monday for Impact, but I'm not. And he's like, wait, you haven't recorded for... I'm like, dude, I haven't recorded Mondays in like months. And he's like, oh, I guess we can do Mondays. But tell him what we're going to do, Basil. Tell him what we're doing.
We're going to start recording on Mondays. So this is being recorded Black Friday. This will be put out Tuesday. And then starting the following Monday, which is December 30th, or wait, sorry, December 7th, it will we will be doing Twitch. We will be doing a live stream. We will be interacting with you guys. And then we will also still have I think we're gonna get off YouTube.
We could double
because
broadcast.
we can double broadcast. Yeah, we can double broadcast to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we'll have YouTube, Twitch, and
we could even do Facebook too. And we have options with the program we use. We can do up to 4. So we might even do Twitter. I mean, I said we fucking blitz it and just do all of it. We'll see. I do like the idea of Twitch though. It's very interactive. We're gonna set up a Twitch account for the pod. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Twitch and YouTube are the most interactive. So that'd be a good idea. So yeah, the guys, we're going live. We figure what better time than now to go live. I mean, we're here, we're around. Why not? You know. So let's do it. That's the plan, and that's what we're gonna work on. So stick with us as we set that up. So yeah, so we're looking to release this one, Basil. We're not gonna release this tonight. We're recording Black Friday.
We're gonna release this on Tuesday. We want to get everybody used to the schedule.
Yeah, and then going forward it'll be
because nothing we're talking about is gonna be topical for a while. Not until I get to Hard to Kill.
Right. So we're just gonna be general bullshit.
So we want to interact with you guys. We want to bullshit with you guys, and then go from there.
Let's do it, guys. So that'd be fun. So we'll get that all set up, and then we'll get the links out for everybody to follow it. We'll encourage listeners of Total Nonstop Impact, and then Smash's podcast, where Basil is a co-host for the AAW shows with J-Bone on. So we'll encourage all these listeners who are very supportive of anything we do, honestly. So I know they will definitely join us on there, and we'll try to attract some newbies, and we'll build this. It's always been, since BSB started. I mean, we're at 73 episodes here. It's always been a tape platform, but it's like we do live for other shows that we're on, so it's like, why are we shortchanging our own show?
Exactly.
And not doing a live broadcast, and we might as well do live here too. So that'll be our plan. But I think that's it. Anything else?
No, that's it, buddy.
That's it, man. Get your plug, and where can they follow you for? You have a lot of work still to release, picture wise. So
what do you mean?
Well, you have like your Impact stuff's gonna still you're taped, so you're gonna be a lot of pictures still coming out.
Impact stuff. I do live tweeting, which it was funny because last week, really quick, we were taping. Our first day of taping was Tuesday, so I couldn't live tweet, and I got out at about 8:30 Central.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just in time for the Rascals last match, which I felt really good about. But everyone's like there was like websites hitting me up. They're like, Can we have your pictures really quick, because we usually just use whatever you post and then we post it for our news sites, but you do a really good job of posting like your favorite photos and all the stuff that highlights everything properly.
Because usually like a batch of 4 photos, right, per match.
I usually do 8 per match. If it's a long match, which I know that has a commercial break, I'll do 12. So I'll do 4 for the entrance.
Oh, okay.
2 to 4 for the entrance, depending on how many people are in the entrance, and then usually a 4 summary. But if it's like a long match, it's like 20-25 minutes. And I know there's a commercial break. In that commercial break, I'll post what happened in the first half of the match, just because there's a lot of good moments and stuff, and it's kind of hard to summarize a whole match into 4 pictures.
Yeah.
So just to give everybody extra content, because people go to social media in commercial breaks, so it's just a reason for people to think about Impact more so.
No, it's perfect. And you have the logo on there, so it's their branded photos, like it's all their stuff, so they're happy with they're like happy that you take it from Basil's page and you want to repost them. Just credit the company, credit him if you get it from him. But
that was actually an accident. that one time, me branding the photos that way.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I put it on, and then Josh was like, I don't remember asking you to do that. I was like, yeah, man, this is I got you. Yeah, and then I just kind of went with it, and I created twice the workload for myself because I have to export them twice and upload them twice.
But I will say, as a viewer, like a consumer, it does look really pro the way you have them on there. Like, it looks nice. It's something that as a company, as something I would want. Like, it's a company, it's something you want to see. So that's cool. So, yeah, so guys, take him. He's got him out there. So as you see him,
Because
take him
and my
post.
tweets delete, so you can't like go back 6 months.
Oh yeah, you do that delete. Is it 6 months? Is your cutoff
It's
6
like
months?
2 months. I think it's like a 2 month cutoff. I
2 month
have.
deletes. Damn.
Yeah, man. I don't
There's
need
a lot.
people fucking up in my business, dude. I'm loud as fuck on Twitter. Last
There's a
thing I
lot.
need is for somebody to like find something that I said that like contradicts what I said.
There's a lot of wrestlers who wish
Dude,
they put that service in too.
oh,
I'm
it's the
sure.
great because people try to find and they can't and they get so pissed off. There was like one person like, yeah, but you had a photo when you guys went out for ice cream but you deleted the photo. And I was just like,
You're
okay,
like,
bitch.
what photo?
I was like, and then just to be more of an asshole, I reposted the photo. I was like, this one.
Delete.
I mean, I'm sorry that we took off our masks to take a picture and then put back on our masks immediately afterwards.
Wait, somebody actually came at you for this?
Yeah,
Oh my
because I'm
God.
so pro mask and pro social distancing, which anybody who knows me, like somebody, one of my friends who's at Impact was like, I'm sure you're fine. You wear a mask all the time anyways. Like you take it serious. I was like, yeah.
They give you shit for taking it off to fucking eat ice cream. That's nice.
Sorry
But
that
come on.
sorry I can't eat ice cream through a mask. I'll try better.
I'll try better.
I'll
You
try
can have
better.
that mask. There was that. Here's that video that went out. Some lady went to a convenience store and she had a mask on, but she like cut off the mouth part. And some guy,
Oh yeah.
the dude was recording. He's like, "Hey, where'd you get that mask?" And she's like, "Oh, you like it?" Or she's like,
It
she
helps
said
me
something
breathe
like,
better.
"Yeah, oh yeah, helps me breathe better." Like,
So dumb.
such an idiot.
So dumb.
All right, man. Where can they see these photos?
You can
And
find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, two E's, four Z's, and a Y. And starting next week, you'll be able to see our handles if you guys watch the Twitch,
yeah,
the Twitch it,
Twitch it.
the Twitch it. And all my photos can be found at basilmamu.com. And then we have our Backstage Boys shirt on sale right now at PWT's. Sorry to take the thunder away from you, Trent. I know you wanted to go into that afterwards, but
No,
we're going to talk about it twice to let everybody
do
know.
it. Do it.
So
it.
it's 20% off right now. You go to the PWT store. I think there's a promo code. If not, it could be a big
No
old
code needed. No code needed. Just
no
go and
code
order.
needed. There you
Yeah.
go.
The new comic book shirt that designed by the great Juan of the Dead
Juan
is
of the
up there.
Dead, buddy.
It is fantastic. I think I want more from him. He's so good. But the Juan of the Dead edition of the Backstage Boys t-shirt, brand new on Pro Wrestling Tees right now at $22.99, I believe, because it is a special edition large print. It's like a comic book cover print. So it's in my cart right now, Basil. It's going to be on its way to me very soon. I just got to hit the execute button. Actually, I'm going to pick it up because I am not paying all this money to ship it when I live 4 miles away from Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah, you can literally pick it up. Add my
So
shirt and add a shirt for me to pick up.
if you want that, I will. Just let me know.
Extra large, please.
I'd rather
It gives
not.
me an excuse to see you.
All right. Yeah, you want me to put one in for real? I'll put one in for real.
Yeah, for real. Put one in for me in a soft style.
All right, you got it.
Thanks,
So
buddy.
get those guys. You can get me over at Trent Zuberi over on Twitter or follow me at Total Nonstop Impact. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, Impact Wrestling reviews, discussion. It's a talk show. It's not a move for move nerd show. It's a fucking discussion show where we take comments live, like Basil and I are going to be doing. Same type of platform, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. That's available at We Talk Impact on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So follow that. And again, the Backstage Boys, guys, is available on all audio platforms: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Amazon as well. If you could tell Alexa to play the Backstage Boys podcast, and she will. So we are on there too, and we're also on Pandora. Pandora does podcasts. For anyone who doesn't know, Pandora actually jumped into the podcast game. We are on that as well as Geo Savin.
I didn't even know about that one.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people didn't know they did it. So we're on there. And then Geo Savin in India, which is where they're like the Spotify of India. We're on that as well. Check that out, guys. Give that a watch. And again, Twitch will be coming out, so we'll tell you where you can follow us there. ProWrestlingTees.com/BackstageBoys is where you can get us on T-shirts. Also, social media at the BSB Show on Twitter, on Facebook, but on Instagram, What is it on Instagram, Basil?
Fuck if I know.
It's we
I'm
couldn't
the
be
photographer
consistent.
who hates using Instagram for a fucking podcast.
We couldn't be consistent because some asshole had taken that from us. But on Instagram, it is under at the BSB Show Pod. So we gotta update more for that.
WSB.
I wish my Instagram app allowed me to be logged into more accounts at once, but it doesn't.
It
But
doesn't.
the BSB Show Pod, I've maxed out at 5. But get us on there, guys. Give us a follow on everything. I promise we will be posting more to Instagram as well. But that, I think, does it for us. Anything else, Basil? We're good?
No, that's it.
All right, Nate. Referee Nate Speckman, we still miss you. We love you. Hope you're well.
Love you, Nate.
You are
Miss
missed. There's
you.
Can we put an empty when you go live? Can we have an empty box that just says Nate, and like it's for him? But then he's gonna be like, "Why don't you just invite me to the show?"
I'm sure we
no.
can figure something out.
Well, we say no. It's more dramatic. Just leave an empty box that just has your name on it. It's a memory of you. And he's like, you can just call me to be on the show. Like, no.
We need to get him on the show so he can talk about his limitless run.
Yes, yeah, we definitely. Maybe we can do the debut.
Maybe for the first episode we'll have him on.
Yeah, let's do. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, everybody. Looking forward to the holidays. Like I said, we'll be back with live Twitch next week. So check that out. But in the meantime, if you need us, you know where to find us. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.